At the Think Investment Mashup, we're talking to Kamal Hassan, partner at Loyal VC. Kamal, welcome to SmallCapPower.
Thank you very much.
So at Loyal VC, you do something very interesting, promoting women entrepreneurs. Talk to us about that.
Sure, well, it's funny. What we do is we give women entrepreneurs a chance. We give women and men a chance. Venture capital, traditionally, 2% of the dollars go to women-led firms. We think there's an opportunity there, and we have a different approach to investing. Normally, venture capitalists think that they can find a winner. They meet someone, they know right away who's the one who's going to succeed. We don't believe it's possible to do that, so we give small amounts of money to pre-selected companies chosen by partners, and then we see who does what. So, I mean, one of the things with women, they've found that men tend to have an overinflated view of what they're going to accomplish, and women tend to be much more realistic about it. Well, as an investor, I care about what people actually do, not what they promise. So our investing of giving people a small amount of money and seeing what they do gives women a chance to prove themselves. Whether or not they've promised more or not doesn't matter. It's what they actually do that counts. And then we make money because we invest in companies that perform and do well. We're investing based on proven results rather than on promises.
So was that 2% figure prompted you to take up women investing, women entrepreneurship?
The 2% figure is, to me, it's an example that the industry is broken. So to me, I see the industry is broken. 5 of our first 12 companies are run by women. So that's, I mean, it's 40% or whatever it is, so it's a good number. It's much more balanced, but from my point of view, it's just an opportunity. If nobody else is going to invest in women, then there's an opportunity. But at the same time, I'm not going to presuppose that being a woman or a man will make you succeed. I'll just give both of them a chance, and whoever does best, whether it's a woman or a man, their company will get more money.
What have you observed among these women entrepreneurs? We see that a lot of them invest in businesses and products that make an impact to the society. Impact investing is also a big trend.
Yes, we do see, it's interesting, we see some of that. I've done a little research on the thing, and it is an area that women tend to be allowed to talk about impact investing because it's something which we associate with women as sort of, oh, that's a good thing. There's many men also who feel the same thing, but they can't talk about it because it doesn't come across well from a man. I haven't noticed a trend per se in our companies that the women are necessarily looking at impact more. They may feel comfortable communicating it, but out of our 12 portfolio companies, the one which is most focused on actually impact is actually led by a man out of California, but it just happens to be that way.
Right. What impressed you today at the Think Investment Mashup?
There's a really interesting group of people here, and there's a lot of different opinions which are out there. So it's really interesting being able to hear opinions. There was, for instance, a very interesting debate about blockchain back and forth, what it does. I mean, blockchain, distributed ledger, whatever you want to call it. So there's some very interesting back and forth. One of the people actually mentioned how distributed ledger is a way it allows trust. And one of our companies is actually lending money to companies in Romania and Russia, small companies in Romania and Russia, against invoices they have. So you can be a Russian SME, but you can supply British Petroleum. You do the work, British Petroleum owes you the money, they'll pay you in 2 or 3 months. You want to borrow that money now. With blockchain, you can all of a sudden be lending money in Russia with full security because the Russian company signs off, BP signs off, and then BP pays you directly. So all the trust gets taken out of there, and all of a sudden there's a market, an opportunity. Russians who can't borrow money from the bank can all of a sudden get financing.
And are you excited about the cannabis space, or are you staying away from that?
So we actually just had to turn down one investment in it was a women-led cannabis company out of California. We did that solely for regulatory reasons. We fly back and forth we invest around the world. I'm flying back and forth to the US all the time. I just didn't want the risk of being an investor in cannabis given what the US border security, and I'm Muslim also, so flying when Muslim is a thing, so I just didn't want to deal with that from a US point of view. So looks like an interesting trend. We had an opportunity, and I wish we did have cannabis. I mean, the bottom end, we're seeing cannabis companies coming into our funnel. It's just until legislation changes in the US, we can't afford that risk of investing in it.
Kamal, wonderful speaking to you. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.